So, I just kind of want to make this relatively short, little, you know, kind of passage here, little short rant about the fact that liberals kind of need to wake up because there seems to be a common trend of shitting on conservatives and being totally acceptable or accepting rather of hate and vicious dismissal of anyone on the left, frankly. And that's coming from a place of not only trying to distinguish themselves as separate from Republicans, because, not only do Republicans hate, people on the left as well, but of course, liberals are trying to do that with the idea that they've got it all figured out, right? That they're in the middle and it all this pseudo-enlightened position of, nothing too extreme. But yeah, Republicans are so bad, and, two parties are bad, but one of them's clearly not as bad as the other, which is true, but that's coming from only the importance of a harm reduction argument. It's not coming from which type of party actually represents your views. And time again, as even Republicans can see with their skewed vision, the Democrats will not live up to whatever they claim is their platform, their pseudo-progressive tendencies and policies and ideology and all that unfun stuff. It's capitalism with progressive flavors. It's accepting gay people, for parades so they can make more money on car commercials, or allowing more representation of Black Americans in commercials, so they could. I mean, I certainly hope they're not getting paid less, but we all know what the trend is with exploitation against minorities in this country and in the history of the world. Of course, the joke about the whole pride flag on a bomber plane type vibe. Obama represented, or he claimed he wanted change, right? But he bombs the Middle East. Joe Biden tries to co-opt this image. Bill Clinton too, right? Both of those fuckers passed some pretty oppressive, laws and reforms and such that were really just harmful to people of color. And all of this points to a trend that liberalism, the Democratic Party, Democrats can't possibly represent not just working class views, but the views of the people. They're still interested in the perpetuation of an economic system that fundamentally functions, right? Capitalism is built to function as a machine of exploitation and wealth appropriation. It's not a broken system. It's working exactly how it's supposed to work. And any type of acceptance of that renders itself to, a myriad of issues that is at the core of the cognitive dissonance of a liberal, but kind of is just more core at the cognitive dissonance of any pro-capitalist, because, that seems to be pretty popular thing amongst Americans, at least in this specific context, that they love that capitalism, right? They love that thing that's just totally taking all their wealth and labor and value away from them. Which is, of course, horrible. So one of the things that, if not the thing that liberals really need to learn and accept is the fact that, they can't keep distancing themselves from Republicans as a measure of, legitimate political identity, right? So much about that is kind of recognizing the egregiousness of, just what they do, their philosophy and who they are, and the hypocrisy of so many fucking Republican politicians are like pedos behind closed doors, man, or pedophiles, I guess is what you say in American English with our accents, but pedophiles, whatever, man. Like, they really are, dude. So many fucking, Matt Gaetz, man. What the hell is that guy up to all the time? So these weird, motherfuckers, whether they're Trump supporters, whether they're neocons, whether they're old business cons or whatever, it's all the same, that they clearly don't actually give a shit about people. And so liberals see that, but they don't push themselves enough to have solidarity with leftists, with the people who are actually trying to enact that change, saying, hey, don't you want higher wages, health care from the state, right? No more wars, right? And people claim they want these things, but there's a fundamental political side that's saying these things that everyone has to recognize, that Americans seem to be pretty incapable of recognizing, is, as the actual true political side that's doing its best to help people. And that's almost unequivocally the left. Of course, there's been plenty of politicians who allegedly represent that left, but they don't actually, encompass it entirely, whether that's Corbyn or Bernie Sanders or whatever it is. Even the former Prime Minister of New Zealand, I think it is. Even the current Lula da Silva's back in office for Brazil. All of that exists, truthfully as leftism, but it's not true. It's not true leftism. There needs to be a way more total, a way more a movement that has way more solidarity. Not, it can't just be some kind of like liberal iteration of song and dance and protests and striking and boycott. Like, it's such cope, man. Y'all need to for real recognize it, that this is something that you have to really realize, that you need to stand with your leftists, your socialists, your anarchists, your communists, and all others who are trying to really change this stuff. And if you keep asking like you're unsure, you keep acting like you're unsure, unready, or there's some kind of like, I don't know, man. There's some real fence sitting going on with liberals, and you're going to have to pick a side, because more often than not, what I see is liberals deciding to stick with fascists. I can go more into that some other time. Just kind of wanted to go a little bit of a quickie one with this one. But the point is, is that we got to really change something here. So I guess we'll do another one sometime. Thank you.